Here are 10 interesting facts about WrestleMania 40 that you probably don't know. They're not the glaring ones. They're the interesting little bits of trivia that you break out at the office cooler or at the punch bowl at a party. And the first one is going to be, the last one is a crazy one. The last one is an active AEW wrestler in the ring with the Night 2 celebration of Cody Rhodes winning. Seriously, active wrestler signed. Wait to that one, okay? But the first one is going to be, we'll start with Cody again. He is the first wrestler to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles, but lose back-to-back WrestleManias. That's right. You're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, he won. I said back-to-back. WrestleMania 40 Night 1 is the first of the two main events of WrestleMania, and Cody lost 39, and then he lost Night 1, WrestleMania 40. The other ones to do it was Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Steve Austin. Hogan lost to the Ultimate Warrior, then he beat Sergeant Slaughter. Shawn Michaels lost to Diesel, then he beat Bret Hart. Stone Cold Steve Austin lost to Bret the Hitman Hart, and then he beat Shawn Michaels. And now we have Cody losing to the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and then losing to The Rock and Roman Reigns. Sorry, them the rules, that's the facts. The next one, the next interesting fact is Gunther is the first wrestler in like 37 years to walk into two separate WrestleManias in the same title reign, not losing the belt as the Intercontinental Champion and defending it. Macho Man being the first, WrestleMania 2 against George the Animal Steel, and WrestleMania 3 with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, widely considered the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. And then we have Gunther walking in last year's WrestleMania 39, defending against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, and this year with Sami Zayn. So now let's go to our next interesting fact, which is CM Punk. This was brought to you by one of my subscribers, one of the channel subscribers, Rob Base 5235. CM Punk has appeared on WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, and AEW Dynamite all in the same week. This harkened back to Ravishing Rick Rude back in the Attitude Era days, appearing on Monday Night Raw, Monday Nitro, and then on ECW. Also, we have multiple Federation appearances by CM Punk because AEW decided to air the footage of the Wembley fight with Jack Perry and CM Punk. That's him. So he has appeared on two rival promotions. Will he make a SmackDown? Will he make Collision? Don't know, but right now he's WrestleMania, Raw, Dynamite. Thank you, Rob Base, for that one. Our next interesting tidbit is the brother versus brother match. Oh, that one sucked. It sucked. Jay versus Jimmy, you sucked. But that's not the interesting thing. In fact, there was almost nothing interesting about this match other than, well, the video package. Super cool, super interesting. The match itself, super non-interesting. But that's not the interesting fact about it. And it's not the 800 super kicks either. It's the fact that this was the first brother versus brother match where the face, the good guy, won. Yes, that's right. In the WrestleMania 10 match, Owen versus Bret, one of the best openers. Actually, I think it is the best opener. Although the Seth Rollins-Brock Lesnar match was a pretty hot opener too. And then there was Shane and AJ. I like that one too. But let's just say one of the best openers of all time, Owen versus Bret. Owen was the bad guy. Bret was the good guy. Owen won. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, that match sucked too, but Matt Hardy was the bad guy, Jeff Hardy was the good guy, and Matt Hardy won. And we have Jey Uso being the good guy, and Jimmy Uso being the bad guy, and Jey won. So first ever brother versus brother match where the face won. I guess, and we're not going to talk about Undertaker and Kane, I guess they're not included. They'll always be brothers in my heart. So the next interesting tidbit is R-Truth. 25 years in WWE and he has never won a match. I'm not talking a title, I'm talking a match. He's never won a match at WrestleMania. So 1999 was R-Truth's debut in the WWF, not WWF, and it wasn't all all the way until 2024 that R-Truth was able to win as a part of the tag team Awesome Truth with The Miz in the ladder match where he wins the title. So his first win was with a title. The dude's like 52 years old too. Like, I'm 44 and I get out of bed in the morning and my knees hurt, and R-Truth is older than me doing crazy things and one of the most over characters on WWE. Good for him. What's your secret, R-Truth? Are you a robot? Tell us the truth. Are you a robot? An alien? What's the deal, dude? How do you do it? You're not on DDP's yoga, so how are you doing this? Regardless, R-Truth winning his first match ever after 25 years, a pretty cool tidbit. Oh, say, can you see? Yeah, don't ask me to sing the national anthem, because I guess that's gonna be a thing moving forward, and you don't want me singing it. That's the truth. That was me trying. I wasn't actively trying to butcher it, but I did stop when I realized I was. And yep, never again, because I respect the national anthem. That was not me trying to haze on anything. So why am I bringing this up? Because it's an interesting tidbit. Vince McMahon has long not liked the national anthem. And it's not because he doesn't like America. No, he loves America. Vince McMahon, we're not talking his lawsuit here, okay? But you can't deny Vince McMahon loved America, but he did not like the national anthem. And that's why if you look at other WrestleManias, it's more often than not America the Beautiful that is sung, and that is the major tune of, God Bless America. And people say another thing that I saw online was because it's not a sporting event, you don't have to do it. It's sports entertainment. So that was the reasoning that the national anthem didn't have to be played. But for the most part, Vince liked America the Beautiful and not national anthem. But Vince is gone and Triple H is in, which means Triple H saying, let's do the national anthem, did it both nights. And so, yeah, end of an era for the America the Beautiful. I don't think Triple H is against America the Beautiful. I just think that he wants the national anthem, probably because it's no longer sports entertainment. It's wrestling. It's a sport again. So that means we're a sport. Do the national anthem like the other sports. On the topic of Vince, that's our next interesting tidbit. This is the first WrestleMania ever that Vince McMahon has not been a part of. Not been a part of all. Not seen on camera, not backstage. The dude's no longer welcomed. And if he is guilty of the crimes he's committed, then stay gone. If he's not guilty, hopefully it is proven and he can come back. But not as a writer. The guy, great ideas. Brilliant man. But I think he was losing touch. I really do think he was losing touch. And that has, again, nothing to do with his lawsuit. I just feel like Triple H is the man right now. And he's the man to take WWE into the future. But Vince was not here. Though Stephanie was, she introduced night 2. I don't know if Shane was, but Linda McMahon, she made a return. And you guys know, Vince McMahon, he was the genius behind making wrestling what it was, but I don't think Linda gets enough credit. WrestleMania, a lot of people say, well, Vince put his house up, his mortgage up, he was all in. Everything was all in on WrestleMania 1. Well, he was married to Linda. So if Vince was going to lose everything, if Vince bet the house on WrestleMania 1, that means Linda did too. And so she deserves lots of props, and I'm glad she was able to make a return, because I guess they've had an estranged marriage for a long time now, so maybe that Vince was she knew Vince wasn't coming, Vince wasn't going to be here, that she was free to return, and I am happy about that. I'm happy Linda got to see the fruits of her baby WrestleMania, where it's at now. So Vince, not there. Linda was there. So the next interesting tidbit, 2 more tidbits. The streak ended at WrestleMania 30. Oh, God bless. R.I.P. the streak. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I loved WrestleMania 30 right up until Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. That killed it. I just remember I was having such a good time. I was enjoying WrestleMania 30, and then the streak ended. 21-1? What? I couldn't believe that. I was so devastated and heartbroken. It really killed it. It was hard for me to get back into the match when, it was hard to get back into the WrestleMania. Even though Daniel Bryan won, I was happy, but I was definitely, I don't want to talk about it. Can we just move on from that? But we can say that there's a new streak. One day I'll talk about how I felt. Oh, it hurt. It still hurts. I gotta move on. I can't just live in the past of Undertaker's loss. But Bianca Belair has started a new streak. She is 4-0 at WrestleMania. I wonder how far this will go. And she's not that old. She's 35. I think she can go a while. She can... Yeah, she can at least get 10 more WrestleManias in. She's in great shape. One of the best, maybe the best all-around female or male competitors right now in the shape that she is in. Very agile and very strong. But who has she beaten? She beat, this year, she beat Damage Control. Yes, she had partners, but that doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, she won. She has the W. And then she has great victories over Asuka, over Becky, and over Sasha Banks. Those are some high caliber, and then Damage Control, that's some high caliber names. So if they decide to put her on a run, on a streak, she has a good list. If you look at Undertaker's streak, his first couple sucked. Jimmy Superfly Snuka, yeah, he has a name and he's a legend. Same with Jake the Snake, but at the time, they were kind of on the outs. When he beat them in their career, but okay, fine, he had good name recognition. But what was it? Giant Gonzalez. There was just some real bad stinkers in the Undertaker streak. It wasn't until, I don't know, Ric Flair or Triple H the first time around, it didn't start becoming a thing until maybe, match number 11 or 12. So what if we decided to start building up Bianca's streak now? Next year she can fight, what's her name? The hugger, the hair, Bailey. Next year she can fight Bailey. She can get all of the horsewomen in, and we can just go on. Maybe Jade Cargill following year, and just make this a really good streak. Or you could give Jade the streak too. But I think, Belair's already at 4, so let's just keep it rolling. But interesting fact there. And the final interesting fact, who is the AEW signed wrestler that was in the ring with Cody Rhodes in the end of WrestleMania 40 Night 2, and that is Brody Jr. Oh, yes. Brody Lee, who was Luke Harper in the WWE. He went to AEW, and, sadly, he did die. It was I don't really know what the disease was. They did really keep it under wraps, and unfortunately he died. I'm not making any jokes. This is not a storyline. It was sad. It sucked, and he had so much potential and life ahead of him. AEW has been so awesome to that family. They made the son, who is 10, 11, 12, I'm not sure. They added him to his father's faction because his father was the chosen one or something like that. He was the leader of the Dark Order, and so when he passed, they kind of gave his son an honorary title of -1, because there is a evil Uno and some, and they're numbered, so he is -1 Brody Jr., but he is actually a signed wrestler, and he has wrestled even. Now, of course, it's wrestling, so you can make it happen. But regardless, the fact of the matter is he's a signed talent. And Cody Rhodes, when he left AEW, he had such a relationship with the Brody family that he's kept in contact. The wife, I believe she's a true fan, and she was at WrestleMania 40, and she doesn't get caught up in the tribalism. She's very much a supporter of AEW, but she's very much a supporter of Cody Rhodes. And I don't know how much of a supporter of WWE itself as an organization is, but she's very much a friend of Cody, or Cody is a friend of the family. And so, even though Brody Jr., signed talent of AEW, he was there in the ring with the celebration, and I think that's awesome. I think it's very cool that Cody has formed a relationship with him, maybe a father figure to the kid, and yeah, very tragic what happened to Brody Lee, but it's awesome that Cody is not forgetting his friend. And, just really cool. It is really cool. So, yeah, those are 10 facts about WrestleMania that you didn't know. Please acknowledge the subscribe button. Tell me a fact in the comments, and maybe I'll do another video with your fact. Again, I want to shout out Rob Bass 5235 for letting me know that interesting Punk fact, because I don't think that's anywhere else on the internet. You got that one. You made that one happen. Guys, have a great day.